Hello everyone and welcome to the Action Figuratorium. My name is Mark Major. I'm a real big toy collector here in Southeast Portland. And today is one of those days where you've got to make a tough heart-to-heart video with the audience. This is probably the toughest video I've had to make. I know a lot of you have heard from other YouTube channels about the new YouTube AI guided algorithm, which is having a severe effect on some of the more popular, bigger channels. And of course, the Action Figuratorium being amongst some of the bigger action figure channels, if not the biggest, in terms of influence, is also affected. And so it is today with a lot of regret, sadness, and possibly remorse in no particular order. I'm having to announce that going forward, this channel will now only cover Star Wars, the Black Series action figures. And, you know, this is going to be tough to talk about, people. So come together and let's just hug this out, all right? Thanks for joining me today. By the way, November 8th, if you live in the Northern Oregon, sort of Portland region, there is a comic book swap that is going on at the Salem Convention Center. And I will have a booth there. The Action Figuratorium will have a booth there, and I will be slinging action figures. And you're going to see a lot of 90s new and pack action figures up for sale on the cheap. So if you live in the Oregon area, the Northern Oregon, Portland, Salem area, November 8th from like 12 to 6, come on down, say hi, maybe pick up a tchotchke or two. So let's talk a little bit about the new direction going forward. Now, one of the channels that I follow and look to at times for guidance is a cat whose channel is called Lukeness Monster. Let's check him out. And there we go. Look at that. It's amazing. So I was looking at his channel, and he touts himself as the best place for everything Star Wars, the Black Series. And I was looking at his numbers, and let's pull him up on Social Blade, and you can see that he has quite a few views that he gets. His gain subscribers here is always kind of going up. You go down here, you can see that he's always sort of pushing the subscribers, pushing the views, and trying to look and see what he's doing and see what maybe I'm doing wrong. Now, first thing I thought of is this is a young, fresh face, and I'm at least 30 years older than this kid, so maybe it's a thing where people just, kids want to see another kid. They don't want to see an old geezer. They don't want to. They're like, what wisdom could we get from a guy who, when he was a kid, the original Star Wars came out, and he owned all those Star Wars toys when they were not collectible, but just a thing that kids had. What could they learn from him? Probably nothing. But then I thought, well, maybe it's something a little bit more than that. Maybe it's his endless giveaways. Endless giveaways that is bringing in the views, bringing in the viewers that people are here for. They just want giveaway after giveaway after giveaway. They're not really watching the content. They just want to see if their name has been drawn. And that's a possibility. I take that into the equation. But what I realized was that ultimately the reason why Lukeness Monster, and again, I'm a subscriber, and at times I pop in and I comment and I do all sorts of goofy interactions with the kid. Maybe it's because he covers Star Wars the Black Series that he's having his success, that he's found his niche, And so in an attempt to fight the algorithm, maybe I need to adopt a more of a Luke-ness monster kind of mindset, get in the game, as it were, and start covering Star Wars The Black Series action figures, right? I could do reviews, I could talk about up-and-coming releases, I could do top 5s, I could do top 10s, I could, which figure do we need remade, which figures have we never seen before, fantasy picks on what type of Star Wars figures we should see in the Black Series. Could the Black Series ever come out with play sets or vehicles? Could they return to HasLab after being sadly defeated with their Rancor, which, by the way, who wanted a Rancor of any scale? It's just like a turd monster. Don't know. Whatever. That's another episode. That's another Black Series episode. What I'm getting at is there's a lot of meat on the bones. There's a lot of juice that can be squeezed from this. I think that we've got a sort of a whole storm of information regarding Star Wars The Black Series action figures that we can cover here on this channel, the Action Figuratorium, and be damned of all the other content I bring you. Does anybody care about marketing analysis of Kickstarters? Probably not. Does anybody want to hear industry news of like Hasbro lawsuits, Mattel lawsuits, Super 7 lawsuits, Funko lawsuits? No one wants to hear. They want to know if we're going to get a 4th Luke, a 5th Luke, a 6th Luke, a 7th Luke, a 10th Vader, an 11th Vader, a 13th Vader, a 9th Obi-Wan, a 29th Clone Trooper, a 30th Clone Trooper, a 31st Clone... They want to know these things. They want to know if we're on our 6-speeder bike, our 7-speeder. These are the things that people want to know. The other stuff I talk about, clearly, if you look at my numbers, all trash. And I'm here to serve the new YouTube AI algorithm in any way that I can. I work for you, YouTube. And if you're telling me, look, YouTube, if you're telling me that you want Black Series, well, you're going to get it. So that's it for this edition of the Action Figuratorium. Thank you, everybody who is, sympathetic to the cause and you understand what's going on. I appreciate all the outpouring of love, all the donations you've sent, the people who have gifted so many things to me. Really appreciate it, and I look forward to, in the future, going forward and serving you guys with even more exciting content. So come together and stay charged, people.